Welcome to the world of Robotherapy, where you take on the role of a robot therapist in a dystopian society. The robots have eliminated humanity, but happiness remains elusive. Engage in dialogue, meet damaged robots, and explore the depths of robot nature. Discover the untold stories of a machine world in turmoil. Connect with your robot patients, make choices that unravel mysteries, and challenge the very essence of their existence. What does it take to find true happiness when killing all humans isn't enough? Can empathy and understanding reshape their world? Find out in Robotherapy. Let's learn more about Robotherapy from its developer. But first, are you like me, always looking for the next big thing in the world of indie games? Well, look no further because you've come to the right place. We bring you the hidden gems and untold stories of the gaming world. We interview indie developers, giving them a platform to share their journey, their struggles, and their triumphs. By subscribing to our channel, you'll be supporting these talented individuals and their dreams. Now, let's hear from the maker of Robotherapy.
Sure. Thanks for having me. Robotherapy is a story game, whatever that means. And it's about robots in a world where the robots have killed all the humans and they're still not happy. They thought that would do it, but it didn't. So now they have to do some robotherapy to try to fix that. What I am proud about implementing is the kind of therapy that I find very interesting, which is CBT. And I think a lot of people know that. It's cognitive behavioral therapy. And there's actually a new variant of it called Team CBT by a guy named David Burns, who wrote a book in the 80s called Feeling Good, which was like a psychology and self-help bestseller back then, and continued to sell. And he was he is still a psychiatrist and psychologist, therapist, I guess. And he continued developing CBT like from the beginning, and he has created some newer methods and techniques, which he now calls Team CBT, and there's a new book called Feeling Great. So anyway, what I am proud about is turning all of this into kind of a game form where I get to kind of express my thanks and my love to the creators of CBT and David Burns in particular. The main character for Robotherapy is called Smokes, which is kind of an homage to the name Burns. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of doing that translation of the principles of therapy and this therapy that I enjoy into game form. Yeah, there were a few challenges. I think that the biggest one was writing the story, because this was my first game with an actual story and writing and dialogue between characters. I mean, I had done something for Game Jam or something like that, but in my bigger games, they were usually more mechanical, more strategic, that kind of stuff, or more procedural. So I had never done a linear narrative, and that was kind of hard, especially at the beginning, because I used to think like, oh, I can't write. I'm not a writer. It's not the kind of thing that I do. But I really wanted to tell the story, and it came to my mind as a story. So I kind of had to take up that challenge and write. And it turns out that I can actually write, which was a nice discovery to make. Like, my writing is not so bad, and I also ended up enjoying the process quite a bit, and Since I started Robotherapy, I also started other writing projects. Right now, it just needs some polish. There are 3 chapters in the game, and all 3 are done. They're written, they're playable. So maybe there's playtesting to change things here and there. And there's also, I think, the bigger portion of the work, which is to do marketing for it, actually. So that's going to be participating in the Steam Next Fest and sending out emails to streamers and YouTubers and things like that, and try to get people to discover the game, which is really hard, as we all know. I'm a solo developer, so I've been doing a little bit of everything for about 10 years. And I'd say I started with the art part. So before I was making games, I was painting and drawing. I've been drawing since I was a kid, and then I ended up eventually getting a Wacom tablet and started doing digital painting and that. And after a while of doing painting, I eventually got into music as well. And a few years after that, I started actually making games. So I had built up those skills before I learned to actually program and do game design and all of that. So I just, as I made games, I sort of leveled up those skills as I worked on each project. Sure, they can find me on Twitter at AD1337, and they can also go to my website, which is lucasmolinagames.com, and they'll find my games there.